Automation with AI or without AI is something that a lot of real estate agents and teams and brokerages are putting in place or trying to put in place, but they're doing it wrong because they're missing some of these key pieces that I've written out here. And I want to go over these because I go over some of these with teams, brokerages, and with the CRMs themselves that are building these out and putting them in place for our companies and for you and for me. So let's go over these so that you can put them in place and have automation with or without AI function at a really high level so that this stuff works. I'm Tristan Almada. This is your daily real estate. It's a podcast. It's a show. Let's get right into this one. Automations, setting it up for success. I've got 5 here, and the 5th one, you know what? It's the one everyone misses. So hang tight. Number 1, though, is segmentation. Number 1 is easy, but we usually start, if you look at this, we start at number 3 typically. We skip 1 and 2. And number 1 is segmentation, meaning, okay, well, everyone that you're going to use automation for your database or sphere, have you taken the time to separate them, to segment them, to indicate, are these past clients? Are these buyers? If they're buyers, are they first-time buyers? Are they sellers? Are they downsizing? Are they luxury? What is it? And if you want to go even further into segmenting them, do they belong to your farm? Are they part of a specific area that you're targeting? See, all of these things, these segments, they need to either have tags or some way of identifying them so that you know who they are, what they belong to, what area, what type of messaging belongs to them. Because when you set up automation, guess what? If you're sending everything that you create as far as content and touch points to your clients, it's going to fall on deaf ears most of the time because it doesn't matter to them. Like, think about this. If I'm sending out a message to everyone that lives in Malibu, but I included everyone that doesn't live by the beach and it's kind of far away, it's probably not going to fall on them really nicely. Like, oh, Tristan actually cares about me. He's sending me stuff that I want to see. Unless you're going to the beach or you live there, it's not going to matter. And vice versa. So this is why segmentation is the number 1 thing before you start your automation. Have I segmented my database correctly? Have I tagged them correctly so that at least I have a handful of segmentations? Past clients, buyers, sellers, area, and maybe price point, maybe even luxury if you're in that area. That's how I would at least start it, and then I'd segment them more. Number 2, you have to remember this. This is a mindset piece. Number 2 is protect relationships. You're not replacing these relationships with this automation or AI. The moment you start doing that is the moment you start making those clients feel like they actually don't matter. Because a lot of them can see right through it. Oh, this was created by ChatGPT. I can see the M dashes. I can see the way it's written. This person doesn't really care. He just kind of put it in place and just doesn't really want to connect with me. And what happens is you're telling them that you don't care by how you're showing up in their inbox, how you're showing up by text, how you're showing up everywhere else that has part of this automation. So you want to protect your relationships? That means it means 2 things. 1, you're taking the time to create these automations and putting you into this, who you stand for, what your mission is, how you communicate. It takes some time to build it. And number 2, when you use AI, make sure that you're taking yourself and putting it into it, not producing this AI great content and then not tweaking it, because then it'll sound like every other AI piece out there. You've got to add your flavor to it. That's number 2. Number 3, now this is where everybody typically starts. They're like, I need automation. I need AI to be in there. Well, automation sequence needs direction. What's the objection? What do you want out of it? And you see why I start with number 1 and 2. Well, if I know my objection is, I want to get listings. Well, who are the homeowners? I'm not sending this automation out to everyone. I've tagged people correctly to know who my past clients are and who lives in this farm area that I'm going to target. It makes my life easier down the line. So start segmenting them correctly. But number 3 is automation sequence needs direction. What's the objection? I would write this down and say, well, what do I want out of this? And then, because I didn't say what's my objection, I said, what's the objection? What do I want out of this? And more importantly, what is the client, the customer, what are they going to get out of this? because it needs to be valuable to them. So what's valuable to them that's going to then get me the outcome that I want? Objection. What is the objection for both of us? And do they match? This is where you're going to have to take some time to write it down. Our objection in creating these email sequences that we do is I want to offer as much value as possible. Value, 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 and then ask. It's like, oh yeah, I see Tristan there all the time. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and click on that button. Or yeah, you know what? If I have questions, I am definitely going to call him because he provides so much value over a long period of time. So what's the objection? Number 4, what's the trigger? Think about this. This is how a trigger works. If something happens, then something else happens. So once you have this automation in place and your emails or your postcards start going out, if somebody clicks on the email that you sent out and now they're engaged, well, what happens next? Is there a funnel that continues? It's like the postcard that you sent out. They scan the QR code, you got the message, now you're going to reach out to them, but is that where it ends? Or because they clicked on it, now it triggers a different sequence that you already set up because you have many automations. So you have to start thinking longer term. If they click on something, what does that trigger for it to happen next? And this is why I love segmentation, going back to number 1. I would create this whole funnel for my past clients and say, great, how am I communicating with my past clients? What automation do I have in place? Now, what happens when they engage with this automation, Tristan? If they engage with my newsletter and they click on it, is there another automated piece that happens? Do they get another message from me? Do they go a different route, or does the same thing continue? There's no right answer. It depends on what your objective is. And then the last one, the one that mostly everyone misses. What happens after the automations are done? What happens? Usually you forget about it. Or, the worst thing, you have these automations that are on for 5 years. And not only did you forget about it, but you're like on year 3, and these automations aren't landing because you never took time to segment, or people's life changed in between. You never reached out and you never changed that automation piece. So I need you to flow chart this, write it out and be like, okay, number 1, what segment am I targeting? Number 2, remember, I want to make sure that I'm putting myself into this because relationships matter. I need to put my tone into this. Number 3, automation sequence needs direction. What's the objection for this piece of content that I'm sending out? Text, email, voicemail, whatever it is. How is it offering them value? And what's my objective with this? Number 4, what's that trigger? If something happens, then what happens after? I don't want it to stop. And lastly, when this automation is over, what happens next? What's this next thing that's going to happen, or I'm going to lose them? Who's in charge of it? Anyway, that's it together. Hopefully you have an awesome day. Thanks for tuning in. Please share this with somebody you think may need this. Thanks so much.